Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me.
I'd like to welcome everyone to this new. I will say new because you can see the face right now. So we can see the face now. Podcast, and without rambling too much, let's just get into the topic. So our today's topic is confidence. We are going to talk about confidence and how I've managed to get the level of confidence that I have right now. So let's get into it. Okay. So confidence is all about the soul and affirming into your soul and telling your soul and not just your body, not just what you see in the mirror. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so everything that needs to work needs to take shape. Okay, so for an example, like I've said, for your body, for you to exist, you need to take shape into what we see in your body. And for a bed to exist, it needs to take a form of a shape, a rectangle, long to best suit how tall you are. Okay, so like I've said, everything that exists basically needs to take form and shape. Okay, so your soul is connected to your body, right? And your body needs the mind to lure you into certain feelings and emotion. But you do not feel through your body, you feel through your soul. And so hence the physical pain no longer makes you cry. Like when you were young, you used to cry over a scratched knee. But now if you scratch your knee, you just you brush it off and you don't cry. So when your soul is hurt, you cry more than when you would be physically hurt. But then someone would say, if someone gets a hiding, gets a beating, even at this age, guys, I'm still afraid of my parents because I'm afraid, they will beat me up if I do something wrong. Okay, so someone would say, so if someone beats you, then why do you cry? I think it might be reversed. So you process hurt through your mind, right? And then when someone beats you, your body harnesses that energy and it sends it to your mind, and your mind freaks out and spontaneously connects with your soul. Well, this mind and soul thing, you are forever connected, but it spontaneously connects to your soul, and then your soul creates emotion, and then you cry. So remember, the mind needs. See, if you've seen, I don't know what it's called, but you know that's mind scanning machine. So if you've seen that, you would see that the mind has electric charges, and it's electrical frequencies, if I may put it that way. In simple terms, it's energy, and it travels through neurons, blah blah blah. I'm not into that. And energy is exchangeable, and the amount of energy. So if someone beats you, the amount of energy that is exerted to your body is trapped by your body. Like I said, you harness that energy, and then it sends it to your brain. And like I said, energy cannot be destroyed. You can only pass it on to something else. And if you think of Newton's third law, the amount of energy you exert on something, you get that same energy back to you. And let's just say, for an example, you're kicking a ball and you're kicking a ball to the wall. So if you kick a ball to the wall, depending on how hard you kicked the ball, it'll bounce from the wall back into you with the same energy that you kicked with. And if you were not to move or block that energy, and if you block that energy, you still get you still get hit by that ball pretty hard. So if you were to just stand there and wait on the ball to hit you and not block or move, you would get that energy back. You would get the energy that you kicked the ball with back to you, and you might get hurt. And so when they hit you, the energy is sent to the brain and to the soul, and the soul changes into emotion. The harder they hit you, the harder you cry. See that, like I said, Newton's third law, the harder they hit you, that energy you harness, you take it back out into them. Well, they might not get hurt, but you see, you've changed that energy and you've taken it back in an emotion, like through your soul. Which brings me to a video I saw a few days ago, if not a few weeks ago, talking about law of attraction. So your soul is a force of energy, like I said, sort of electric, and if you have ever heard of an a faulted transformer, it buzzes like that bzz, bzz, bzz sound. It buzzes, and your body buzzes the same way. You can't feel it and you can't hear it, but your soul buzzes the same way. And you are a force of energy trapped inside your body, and you vibrate on different levels every day. It happens. This thing of vibrational frequencies is natural. Sometimes you vibrate low, sometimes you vibrate high. And when you vibrate high, you are confident, and you are in yourself, and you're feeling yourself. No one can touch you. And until let's just say you have some sort of insecurities, and you bump into someone you perceive prettier than you, and then it triggers your insecurity, and now that person doesn't dim your light. You dim your light by the way you perceive that person. So you are dimming your own light through perceiving because of insecurity. Okay, so on low vibrational days, you are just low. It's maybe because of a certain emotion or a certain incident that happened, and some type of energy might have caused it, or it is a consequence of a certain energy, and that's have dimmed you. Okay, like I said, like you see someone prettier than you, and all of a sudden you dim your own light. So then how do you then change your low vibrating self? You change your low vibrating self by attracting what you say with your mouth. Remember, you are a force of energy, and what you put out in the world, you get back. Newton's third law. I'll keep going back to that. So how you deal with it? You deal with it by feeling. If you are low, let's just say you are sad, and you must recognize the fact that, okay, today I am sad and I'm not going to be performing at my best level. I'm not feeling confident, and drive that negative, those negative thoughts that just keep adding and adding on into your sad self. Drive them out and try to feel happy. Go into your happy place. you attract what you do. Basically, if you keep thinking about negative energies, you will attract negative energy. If you keep thinking about, oh my god, why I'm sad, you will be more sad. So try and feel happy. And I know it's hard, but like, try and feel happy. One of the things that I try and do when I'm vibrating low is being grateful for the things that I have, expressing gratitude into the universe. So let's just say, I'm grateful for the fact that I'm living, I'm breathing. Some people are in their deathbeds and they are dying. I'm grateful for many things. I'm grateful that I have a phone, I have a roof over my head, I can afford data sometimes. Some people can afford data, some people can't even afford a phone, some people don't have cell phones. Just be grateful for those things and you'll start to feel happy. You'll start to feel happy. Okay. And that also brings me back to the law of attraction again. It is simple, guys. Like, you have to just feel a certain way, and by feeling a certain way, you're attracting that energy. If you try to feel happy, you will attract happy. And you attract what you say with your mouth, you attract what you think, you attract what you feel. And that attraction, that feeling, that saying, that thinking is energy. Okay? And that energy that you put out into the universe, you get back. Newton's third law. I'll keep going back to that. So if you want to be confident, you have to firstly, you have to live with people that are confident so that you will learn their ways. But then it doesn't really start there. It starts with you. It starts with you realizing what triggers your insecurities, understanding it, facing it, and dealing with it. One of the things that I used to do is, when I walk in a room full of people, I understood what triggered my beauty standard, and so I started complimenting beautiful people. Like I said, that energy when you say, oh my god, look at that person, she's beautiful, you attract that beauty. It's sort of like stealing, but in a good way. When you say something is beautiful, you attract, and you have to mean it, not just say, I'll just be like on the outside and be like, oh, that person is beautiful, or that something is beautiful. No, you have to feel it. You have to say it with, I don't know the word, but you have to say it in a way that you are not jealous or anything, because if you are jealous on the inside, you are attracting jealousy. Okay? So basically, I started complimenting beautiful people, and this all happened before I knew about law of attraction. And by saying she's beautiful, I'm attracting beauty. By realizing your insecurities, let's say you have a big stomach, a big nose, something you don't like about yourself, you can't change it, right? So unless you have like big mullah, and you can just go and then but that is temporal, because you will always feel like something deep down, you will always feel like something is missing. So you have to learn to accept your flaws and love them, and they will love you back. I don't know how to explain that more, but if you love your flaws, they will love you back. And when next time you step out and be surrounded by beauty, you have accepted yourself for who you are, and you love yourself, chances are the next person sees you and they like something in you, and you are not as bad as you think you are. And I just want to remind us all that this is something I remind myself of till this day. Remember, there's always someone who's gonna be. There's always someone who's gonna be prettier than you. There's always like always, there's always going to be someone who's got more money than you. Basically, there's always going to be someone who has more than what you have, who is more prettier, who is more well shaped, who is more, and even for those people, there are people that are more prettier than them. So you have to accept yourself for who you are and love yourself for who you are. And so if you have accepted yourself and you love yourself for who you are, you get in a room full of people and you know that you shine your own way and they shine their own way. So this thing of confidence isn't that hard. Well, it takes a long time, but it isn't that hard. You can start here. You wake up every day, you look in the mirror, you tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am enough. By that, you are not even telling your physical form. You are not even, because it's not a matter of faking and trying to see what is not there. You telling yourself that I am beautiful, I am enough. You are telling your soul that you are beautiful and you are enough. Something that nobody can see. Your soul is beautiful and your soul is enough. And by saying that, you are exerting some type of force into the universe, and that force you get back. Eventually, you will not need to tell yourself that you are beautiful anymore. You will just feel beautiful. And this thing of affirmation, because you are telling your soul, and that energy you put out, you get back into your soul. Like you get that same energy, and that is why there's karma. If you do bad things, you get bad things. If you do good things, you get good things. It's a law of attraction. Like this karma thing, I think, is a law of attraction kind of shanties, And you tell your soul you are beautiful. You are exerting a certain energy out into the universe, and that energy is exerted back into you. Newton's third law again. And you need to not just say this by mouth. You need to feel this. You need to feel beautiful, even if it's hard. Like on your low vibrational days, I know it's hard. Like, you can't feel happy if you are sad. And that is why I practice this gratitude thing. I start looking for good things rather than looking for bad things. Okay, so this affirmation thing is a routine, guys. You have to tell yourself this every day. If you are not there yet, you have to tell yourself every day that I am beautiful, I am enough, I am this, I am that. And by that, you are attracting that beauty. You are attracting whatever energy you are putting out into the world. And you have to believe these things. You have to feel beautiful. You have to feel like you have money if you don't have money. You have to feel like you own an expensive phone if you don't have an expensive phone. By that, you are telling the universe that I want an expensive phone and I am willing to accept that expensive phone because I am open to you and I'm giving you this energy. Please bring it back. Okay, so feel beautiful, make it a routine. You say this every day until and then one day you wake up. It's not even a matter of one day waking up. Some things you will realize along the way. Some things, once you start feeling those things, you'll see you start attracting. If you want money, you have to feel like you have money, and you will see, guys, I'm telling you, this works. You will attract money. These affirmations, you write them down, you close your book, you feel like you have these things, you will start attracting these things. It has worked for me, it will work for you. And it might start low, and don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. It might start low, like you might get money because of a small job, and eventually, because you want more, you will get more. And by that, I'm wrapping up this podcast. I hope you understood me. I love y'all. Peace.
Come on.